International students, if you intend to study abroad, I want to draw your attention to the fact that we have a lot of videos on this YouTube channel to help you, from scholarships in Europe, from study for free in USA, for funding opportunities in USA, for grad school free application. I have been receiving a lot of messages from most of my subscribers, including you watching this video, asking me which country can I migrate to, which country is easy, which country has the best visa rate. I've been looking for something like this. I'm going to tell you some things now so that you start doing. The first thing you should be doing, alright, immediately you watch my video on my channel, is when you watch the video, I always put links in the video description box which will take you directly to the university site for you to apply to the school. So always click those links and start the application, and listen to me, and make sure you listen to the end of the video so that you know some of the things that I'm doing. Alright, now going further, I will be talking about some countries that if you pay attention to, if you don't have a lot of money, if you have money, it will be easy for you to migrate in 2020. So now, if you intend to migrate in 2023, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of changes. Alright, I have said that the earlier the better. Time no waits for nobody. That is something a lot of people don't know. Now, these countries I'm talking about, I have looked into their immigration processes. Alright, I equally consider their documents. Alright, and I have equally looked into proof of funds or some opportunities like scholarship funding and grants, alright, available in this country. So if you don't have money, you still stand a chance. Now let's go straight away so that I give you, there are about 6 or 7 countries I will mention here. Listen to me very well, please. The first one is the United States of America. Now, I have been talking about grad school application, funding opportunities, scholarship in grad school free application. This is the time for you to utilize. Remember, I have said that most schools in the United States, alright, at least 60% will fund your grad school application, especially for masters and PhD students. But how do you get the funding? If you go through the university's websites, alright, there are a lot of them I have done on this YouTube channel. You notice that you go to the section that says funding and grants, you will see a lot of these funding opportunities like fellowships, grad school, graduate teaching assistantship, graduate research assistantships. Alright, when you apply to such schools, most of them, they will give you funding at the end of the day they admit you. Alright, or if they give you an admissions, they will fund you. I hope you understand, especially PhD students. If you get a PhD, most schools in the US will not like to give you an admissions without funding you. I said most. Alright, some will even give you free application, which means that you can apply for free. There are various techniques you can use, which I've been explaining long time ago on this channel, that you can get free application fee waiver codes. You can equally get funding in case you want to contact the supervisors or apply to those departments. So please check grad schools, alright, for masters and PhD. Then undergraduate students, when you are paying or applying to grad school, you should focus on the scholarships, because if you do not focus there, you may not know what is needed. Some schools will give you full funding, alright, some will give you partial funding, but it all depends on let me say academic qualifications. So schools in the US will give you funding. If you don't have money, this is a place you should target. Another thing I want to mention is scholarship applications or opportunities. I have said, I think that was in September, ending October or early October, sorry, I mentioned something on this channel which was Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. Erasmus is still open. If you are interested, you can apply for it. Is fully funded, and if you get or win the admissions, or if you win the scholarship, alright, you are going to be funded from your home country till you land in Europe, plus monthly stipends till you finish your education. Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree Scholarship is a scholarship that will fund you. Another scholarship I talked about, which is in France, is the Eiffel Scholarship, which is already open. Alright, please check those videos on the channel and watch them so that you understand what you are going to be doing. Alright, the Eiffel Scholarship is open. Again, I recently talked about the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship in the UK. The video is there a few days ago. You can check those scholarships. Those are fully funded scholarships that you can apply for and study. Now, moving back to those countries that you need just small amounts of money to study, but remember, you need money in your bank account. This country I'm talking about is Austria. If you want to study in Austria, you need small amounts of money to pay for tuition fee. But don't forget that when you get the admissions and you're about to apply for visa, there are key things you need to do. 3 key things you need to do. First, legalization and verification of your documents. Secondly, admissions. And thirdly, the visa. And for you to apply for the visa, you need money in your own bank account, not in a sponsor's account, your own bank account. I have been talking about this for a very long time, so that is something you should know. Another country I want to talk about is France. France is a country where the tuition fee in most public universities is very, very cheap. 170 euros, which is not even up to 250,000. You are going to be studying in France for bachelor's, and for masters you are going to be spending 243 euros per semester to study, which is not up to 300,000 to study a master's degree. And for PhD is 380 euros. Universities include the University of Paris-Saclay, all right, others like the University of Orleans, and you have the University of Strasbourg, the University of Paris Cité. I have mentioned them on this channel. That is a country, if you get admissions, all you need is around 7,000 to 8,000 euros in your own bank account or in a sponsor's account, and you are good to go. Remember, I've always said that go through Campus France so that they can help guide you better in case you don't understand. A lot of people don't understand the website. So if you watch my video, don't come and say you are interested. Go immediately, click the links and start doing the work. All right, now another country I want to talk about is Canada. If you guys don't know, there is a possibility for you to migrate to Canada and get permanent residency immediately you migrate, or even after. There is a pathway called the immigration pathways or the immigration pools. All right, it has a lot of procedures. That is the why I haven't mentioned that on this channel, because we are focused only on education. Now, the part of education in Canada, you can equally apply to schools. All right, there are a lot of cheaper schools. Even grad schools are in Canada, where you have to contact a supervisor. Then if they agree to your research interest, or if your research interest aligns with theirs, they can grant you admissions. Not that they will grant you admissions. Now, they will give you funding based on what you are saying, but in case you are admitted to the program, they just don't a supervisor is not just going to be the one to decide. The faculty or the department decides when you drop your application. That is for Canada, and it's easy to migrate that way. Always move to Canada on funding opportunities. Like if you apply and you get fully funded in Canada, it is better, because if you are going on paid tuition fee, that is where it becomes complicated, especially at the level of the embassy, Canada and United States. All right, but do not give up. If you don't try, you can never get it. All right, trying is succeeding. So that is what I would say now. Now, another country I want to talk about is Norway. I have been singing for a lot of weeks now, or let me say for the past weeks, about introduction of tuition fee into Norwegian universities. We don't yet know if the Norwegian government is going to bring bigger tuition fee or maybe compress it the way Austria is doing. But whatsoever the case may be, try to drop your application now, because I feel like they may not consider tuition fee for next year, August, September, all right, but the next previous year of 2024, tuition fee may be brought in, because you cannot just bring in tuition fee and implement on people who have already started applying. All right, so that is just what I think. But in case anything happens, you should get prepared. All right, because I know it can happen. Nobody really cares. All they want is something that is going to favor everybody. I hope you understand. Apply to Norwegian schools. Schools are open already in Norway. But remember, if you are not going to be paying tuition fee, you equally need to supply proof of funds, and it's in the form of blocked account. I hope you understand. Blocked account is different from bank statement, and it's different from money in your own personal bank account. So that is something you should know. Another country I want to talk about, which is somehow not that expensive, is Finland. All right, Finland, in this case, you need just 6,720 euros if you are going to be applying for a visa. But if you are going to get a residence permit for 2 years, you need 13,000 plus. That's, you multiply the money by 2. Admissions begins in January 2023 for Finland, 4th of January to like the 19th of January. Remember, in Finland, there are stages for application. All right, first you apply. Secondly, they look into your programs and send you people for an interview, or call you people for an interview. Then if you pass the interview, you go to the second stage of the interview. All right, then after that, if you succeed, you get the full admissions, and after you get the admissions letter, you pay the first year tuition fee. I have said that it's better to apply to applied science universities like Savonia University of Applied Sciences, Novia University of Applied Sciences. There is another university which is not applied sciences but the University of Eastern Finland. These schools have a group of scholarships, or they have scholarship opportunities you can apply to. They have scholarship opportunities you can apply to, and of course cut your tuition fee. The reason I'm insisting on this type of universities in Finland is because Finland is not tuition free. The average tuition fee range from 4,000 euros till like 15,000 euros in Finland, alright? But there are opportunities for you to apply for scholarships. But since you cannot really rely on scholarships in Finland because they are highly competitive and very few, out of maybe 10 scholarships you may get like 2 who are admitted, alright? So you can rely on these cheaper options, then you study in Finland. I have already made videos about this, so you can check the channel and watch them, alright? Equally, remember that there is a free school, or there are vocational schools in Finland you can apply to. I hope you understand, and they are somehow cheap. Some you can only apply if you are in Finland, others you can apply if you are in Cameroon or Nigeria or Ghana or South Africa, from Africa in general or from abroad, alright? So that is it. Now another country I want to talk about is Estonia. Also understand that Estonia is a country in the Baltic region, but Estonia is not free anymore, and again there is an application fee needed, alright, and so many other fees to be paid. Most schools in Estonia range from like 3,500 euros to like maybe 5,500 euros, alright? But there are schools in Estonia you can apply to. If you have a third class, don't apply to Norwegian universities, alright? Don't, because they will not give you an admissions. Try schools in Latvia and Lithuania, Finland, Norway and USA, because I'm coming to that, alright? Again, understand that most of these schools, if you have your Samantha, bonjour. Also understand that most of these schools, if you want to apply to them, you may probably need your English proficiency, which is the IELTS, alright, or the TOEFL. It is easy if you have the IELTS. It increases your chances of applying to schools all over, especially for Finland. Finland may not ask for that, but they will consider it. I know what I'm saying. Estonia will obviously tell you they need it, alright, and the band score should be at least 6 if you want to apply to most schools in Estonia, like the University of Tallinn or the University of Tartu, alright. So you have to understand that. Now another opportunity you have is Denmark. Denmark is a very advanced country with a lot of opportunities for international students. So if you have a way to migrate to Denmark, for example, you can go through a let me say a visitor's visa in case you have anyone to invite you. That will be good. But if you don't have, target their universities. A lot of schools in Denmark I don't think are open right now. You have the University of Roskilde, the University of Aalborg, there are a lot, alright, the University of Copenhagen, but know that tuition fee range from 4,000 euros to like 10,000 euros, alright, though they give a lot of scholarships, but I think you may not stand a chance because of the competitiveness. But don't look down on yourself, apply, alright. Another advantage I want to tell you about Denmark is that Denmark has a lot of jobs, alright. Unlike other countries in Europe and United States or Canada, Denmark is highly rich in terms of jobs and a lot of money in Denmark. So you should try these avenues and see which one works best for you. Now let's look at Lithuania. Lithuania is another country which is fast growing, and they need a lot of experts like IT personnel, computer personnel and all the rest. So if you graduate from a Lithuanian university, you stand a chance, alright. Now they have this policy that you can equally come in as a skilled worker. If you have the skills, of course you can come in. Most of the countries in Europe are looking for that. Now as a bonus, after Lithuania, remember I have always said the easiest way to migrate to Lithuania is through schools. There are a lot of schools that are open now in Lithuania, alright, and I have videos about some recently, alright, so you can check all of that and of course put in an application. It is never too late. Then also let me draw your attention to the fact that Germany recently launched the skilled workers visa, which means you can move to Germany for 6 months and look for a job, alright. with a skilled worker visa, but there are requirements and procedures you have to follow, so make sure you check that very well before you engage into anything. Now, the last country I want to talk about is Latvia. For Latvia, you need between 6,400 euros to 7,400 euros as proof of funds. All right. Now, most schools in Latvia may give you a bachelor's degree, a master's, a PhD, and professional masters. But for professional masters, you need to have at least a 4 years bachelor's degree, not a 3 years bachelor's degree. Okay. Then remember, most Latvian universities will also asks you to apply online, but there is a stage-by-stage application where you have to apply, then they call you for an interview. After they give you an admissions letter, then you pay tuition fee, then they send visa documents before you migrate to the embassy. And for those who are going to apply from Africa, remember that the Latvian embassy is found in Egypt and South Africa, so you can only apply from there through their BFS services. All right, they have a second party where you have to apply from there with documents highly legalized. All right, don't forget this. Most of these countries I mentioned here, in one way or the other, you have to legalize your documents, especially for Austria, France, and probably Denmark or Norway. Lithuania is something, it is not a doubt, you have to do it. All right, so just look into all these countries I mentioned. These are the top countries I think if you focus on and follow what I've been saying on this YouTube channel for a very long time now, you are going to get an opportunity to study abroad. All right, I wish you all the best, and I hope you benefit something from this channel. Till we meet again, more videos are dropping in the days to come about scholarships. Bye.